Last episode had us leaving the amazing Finke Gorge National Park, leaving only a few more big surprises along the way. Let's get into it. Alrighty, we've just filled up at a servo at Stuart's Well. Got some bush chooks here. G'day mate, how are you? Just asked them for directions. They didn't really know where Owen Springs was, but that's our next turn off, so we'll have a look at the map. Just yeah, having a bit of a look around. There's all these servos and stuff like that. Like, they've got a lot going on. They've got so much to look at. These guys have a pool, showers, everything. Diesel was a lot cheaper than a lot of the other places we filled up at recently, so yeah, not too bad. Right guys, we've just dropped off the 130km/h section of the Stuart Highway, turned into Owen Springs. This is our next little leg. Apparently this is really scenic, so we're pretty keen for that. But once we get out the other side, we're gunning for this lookout on the top of this mountain. So if we get up there, it's going to be absolutely incredible.
Relax. Just running 20 psi on this one. I was running 16 in the soft sand, so I'll see what it's like down a bit further, and yeah, I'll go from there. The Delica's making a bit of a noise. We don't know what it is. We've just pulled up here, popped the bonnet, going through some gears, and we're thinking it could have something to do with an engine mount.
Yeah, this dust, like, just to show you, it is like powder. So that, not only does your car suck up the actual dust, but it actually brings in grains of sand. Job done. And that will stop all the fine particles of sand. You can see on your fingers how oily it is. That'll stop all that dirt and sand going through here, down, passing the airbox, into the turbo. So, uni filter, good quality sock, and good quality filter for the win.
Righto, I'm getting pumped by flies, so let's get out of here.
I'm ready.
This is ridiculous.
Let's go.
They're going to take me away. Out of control, I tell you. Look at them. Look at these flies! Ah! Driving me mental. Righto, how dusty this track was, I just thought there's no better time than now to make a filter sock. So that is about 100 metres. Have a look at this thing. So I've got some Chuck's wipes and some canola cooking spray up there, and can't argue with that. It's doing the job. So we've got this little spot up here. Reese said it's a bit of a cracker, so let's have a look at this. What do you reckon, mate?
Oh mate, this dust is relentless. It is out of control.
You should see my new filter sock. It's been on for 100 metres, mate.
brown.
Oh mate, I can't wait to see it.
Old Owen's homestead. So this is, I've actually never heard of it, so I'm quite excited to have a look. Looks like there's an awful lot of flood damage though through here, so it'll be interesting to see exactly how it's left.
Good view down to the river.
You imagine back in the day, living here, these flowing all the time. What a brilliant spot to live. Cliffs over there, no one for miles around. I could do it, easily. Righto mate, where are we?
We are at the notorious Point Howard Lookout.
And on a rating from 1 to 10, what would you give it?
As a campsite, it
Yep.
was, look, when it was recommended to us, it was probably a 9 to 10, I reckon.
Well,
Like, got us a little bit excited, I think.
Alright, we're giving it a hot tip that this is a place to camp.
Yeah.
Like, we're told you've got to come and camp here.
Um,
And
it's probably a 2, I reckon, for me.
I wouldn't even call it that. I'd call it a toilet
Like the
stop.
views, it's a toilet stop. So the
crap.
views are okay, I will say.
If you like
If
the
you had it
view,
by yourself, you'd probably have a 3.
possible 3, if that.
But mate, this isn't remote. Like, we've just driven this little
Track.
What was it, 40 metres of tar
Yep.
off the road.
Yep.
And come have a look at this.
Have a look at this. This is the spot. You'll love this, right? So here's the infamous Prado.
Oh.
Oh, look, here's the view. Coming past, look. Watch the edge.
I actually nearly drove off it.
I know, right? Look at that.
Look, my tyre was like here.
So anyway,
So if you enjoy listening to, you know, the sound of cars drive by on the tar, look, another car there.
there you go, look.
More cars, like
People coming up to say hi and all that sort of shit. There's your view. Now, Azza, what's the time?
it is probably an hour past when we should be at camp.
Yeah, so it's almost 6 o'clock
So we're an hour,
at
probably
least.
2 hours late
Yep.
at camp.
And now we've got to go and find somewhere to camp.
Because this is, it's just not cutting it. Well, that was a bit of a kick in the teeth. Just shows not all camps are what they seem. With no backup plan in place, late in the afternoon, it left us a bit desperate to find something quick. Darting down side tracks, meeting gates. Trying a mainstream tourist camp, Ellery Big Hole. We've just never been a fan of big bollarded campsites, packed in like sardines, dusty, people driving past. So we continued our search. Luckily across the road we've struck something special. Righto. Let's do it.
Let's do it. This is brilliant. You know when your mate says to you that everything's going to be sweet, but you know it's not? This is this moment.
It's got some wheel travel on it.
He's making it. This is what I mean. He just goes everywhere.
It's just these rocks.
Oh, yeah.
Which, ideally, I'd be in front of him, but you know what he's like. It's a bit of a rocket.
I know. He's
Look
like...
at... Holy... This is what he's driving over.
He's literally just like... He's all or nothing. We should call him Mr. Gas because that's all he does. Just...
It's like a switch, mate. You sure he hasn't got an Ultimate 9 in that thing?
Don't know.
He got Loctite or something.
What's that?
What do you got there? Oh, he's done it.
Diesel conditioner. Treats 50 litres of fuel. Oi!
Hang on.
Gonna get bogged. Oh, he's still going. Stop! He's still going.
Yeah, right.
Still going anywhere. Hang on, let me push. Heel leak. Keep going. Keep going, straighten the wheels up, straighten them. That's it, keep going.
Push it.
Keep going. Who needs Maxtrax? Who needs Maxtrax?
Not when you got a Delica, mate.
Yeah. Oh, you don't get bogged in the river. Which way you going?
I could feel it was rocking, but it wasn't going forward. That's why I started pushing.
Yeah, and
so you were rocking.
Yeah, well, you're doing that. I was trying to get that wheel down to give it a bit of traction, and he's in there just going, yeah, go. Like, you know, and I'm just like, and he's gone. Takes off.
But it's in here. This is our new spot. So we've got
That's all right, mate.
Big Red Range up there, which once we get our cars down here, we might even go for a quick burn.
This is primo. This is like firewood everywhere. No one's here. Like, someone has been down here, but like,
do you know what?
What?
There's no motorhomes down here, mate.
I know, right? That's my idea of heaven.
Right. Anyway, it's getting a bit late.
Let's get this cruiser down, the Prado down, fire set up, swag out, rum out, chair out.
Yeah, all of them.
Yeah.
Look at that. It's a bit of a weird thing to find on the side of the track.
I know, in the middle of nowhere too. Swag here. And we can have the fire here somewhere if you want.
Is it worth going for a quick burn down there, you reckon? What if it opens up to that wall?
Well, yeah. You
just don't know, do you?
You just don't. And the thing is, right, you need to work out time. So how much time you've got to set up camp, get your fire going. Well, let's be honest, this rum's not going to pour itself. You could go down there 4Ks and get a crack in sight, or you could go down there 4Ks, get stuck and spend the next 3 hours trying to dig yourself out. So risk versus reward. I don't know. It's up to you fellas. He's hunting a stick at the moment.
If it was 3 o'clock in the afternoon,
we'd spend all day driving.
We'd be ripping down there, but yeah, he's got a point. Who rang these blokes, honestly? Alright, just taking this time to have a bit of a look at this red dust. Like, this dust has been insane. Rear door. Working a treat, mate. Look at this. I don't even dust it off, I just open it. The dust sit up there.
That's why we need a fire going straight away, mate.
Yeah, right.
So we need more wood.
Clean as. Yeah, Got some cherry tomatoes. You know, people that whinge about, you know, things falling out of an upright, it's not that much. Be one or two things if that. So if you pack it right, you're good to go. Got a couple of woodies here. This one, dangerous time. Straight out of the fridge. What do you got? 4 degrees, 23 degrees ambient. It's pretty cool sort of night, but anyway, Dazzle will only be a couple of minutes away from having this roaring, so. On a long trip like this though, everyone in your convoy will have their days. They're just pulling into camp, absolutely worn out. This is a great time to help your mates, even if it's as simple as setting up their swag or sharing a cook up for the night. It's a great way to boost the camaraderie and enjoyment on your trip. Plus, if it comes around to you, you'll be refreshed and have a boost of energy going forward. Quick pack up this morning, we have a massive day on the road. Woo! That was a bit wild. I don't even know if this is the track. Bit early for this, it's a bit like yesterday.
Mate, I haven't eaten a coffee yet. I'm filthy, thirsty, bogged already.
This is, I think this is the first legitimate bogging.
Legitimate one, yes, this is the actual first. The others have just been our own fault, but this is the actual first.
How's it feel, mate? The first bogging of the Big Delicious.
Oh, as soon as we roll out of camp.
Mate, I can tell why this has happened. You haven't had a coffee yet.
She's bellied out, mate. I'm chasing a coffee and a Red Bull.
If you had a charged over this, like you normally do, you'd be right.
Well, I tried to, but it just, yeah, it was throwing me towards that tree and just got stuck.
I nearly hit that tree.
Righto, just gently pull him down.
Easy done, mate. Easy done.
It's a light car, man.
Yeah. Pretty decent.
Yeah. So that's after just a small day's worth of driving. It just goes to show how important they are. Like, look at that.
We've only done about, what, 100 Ks we've done?
Yeah, if that. Like, look at the dirt on it.
That would have been good for the road to Finke from out there.
Yeah. But I wanted to test the filter first to see how good the filter works.
Yeah.
Now I know the filter works, so you add one of these on, that airbox is spotless.
Well, as you know, I've done a similar thing. So come have a look at this, mate.
Let's have a look at yours.
I tell you, like when we done them shots in that dust,
Yeah.
100 meters, and this thing was like visually, you know, it was picking up some dust, mate.
I'd say she's fancy too. Like,
Look at it.
Mate, look at that.
I even trimmed the cable ties.
I know.
So that can probably come off now. I think we're done with that.
You know your snorkel's working.
Yeah. It's breathing, eh?
Yeah, she's breathing hard.
So yeah.
So what oil did you use, mate?
I used the best type, the oil we had. So the oil we had was canola cooking spray oil. I don't know if the car liked it or not, but
I don't know, but Canola's got a new ad. They do snorkel oil now.
certainly do.
I can tell it was something because see, I love how it's actually reduced the amount of dust that goes up your windscreen too.
Yeah, I was actually just trying to clean the windscreen. I was wondering why it's got that little bit of faint mist through it over there.
See the beautiful film?
Yeah, I think that might be that cooking spray actually, now that I just think about it.
I think so, mate.
Anyway, might get some wipes on that and yeah, sort that out.
Clean up.
Right,
Oh, it's worked.
Cut this thing off.
Hey, it's worked. That's a bush fix, that's worked. Like.
Yeah. It looks good too.
And you've lubricated everything from your snorkel to your motor, eh? Like
Yeah,
it's
well,
lubricated.
I think the turbos sound a bit dry, so. Righto, just doing the last 2 tyres on my car, and then I'll flick it over to Reese here. Got windscreen clean. Just gave it some wipes with the antiseptic wipes. Worked pretty well. The snorkel, a bit of a tidy up. Just gonna have a look under the bonnet because we are about to smash out what 3,000 or more kilometres. So might check the oil and stuff like that. It's making a bit of noise. Just, you know, give her a good check over. Look at the dirt in here. I've taken off the engine cover for this trip, so you can see what's going on in there, if there's any leaks or anything. That's our tyres done on this, on the front. Righto. With that beeps when it's finished. What I'll do is put that on. Put them on. Reset the system. What are you doing there, mate? Cleaning the candles.
Yeah, mate. You know why? Because out in the main roads, the police will pull you up if they can't see your lights, the number plate visible and all that sort of stuff. So they will literally pull you over, and then that gives them warrant to go over everything else. So you're better off just cleaning headlights, number plate, making sure the front's clean, back's clean. Good to go.
There's a little track through the bush there. Can recommend that campsite. Engine oil, coolant, all good. The only other thing I would have done was clean the side windows, but we were ready to go. So headlights are clean, spotties are clean, the tail lights are clean, number plates are clean, and we're heading into Alice. So we've got 88 Ks and we'll be there. This will be the first time we've had service, good service for a little bit, so we'll catch up on a bit of stuff there. I myself got a house being built at the moment, so there's a bit of stuff going on there. We've got the business to run, we've got our partners and family to talk to. And we're going to drop a few stories on Instagram, because that's what we do when we're out on a trip and we've got service. We, you know, put up a couple of teasers. So we arrived in Alice Springs, not having been here before myself. I was keen to do a bit of a tiki tour loop. I soon got the gist. The boys were starving, searching for a coffee and some hot chicken and chips. What we ended up with though was probably far from that. Was a microwave soggy pie and some Alice Springs' worst coffee. Anyway, time to boost it north and eat up some kilometres.
This is what we want to see, isn't it?
It is.
Look.
There needs to be more of these.
I know. All over Australia.
Like, it doesn't mean you have to do a 130, but you've got the option.
I know, right?
If you're in a hurry,
let's do it. Look at this. Boom. Yes.
With a few brief stopovers, we just really started enjoying our time out in the saddle and having some fun along the way. Stopping into the Barclay homestead for a quick snitty, we were blessed with this awesome sunset as we started to drive into the night. Alright, it is 12 o'clock at night. We are rolling in to Corella Dam. So, little gate on the way in, dummy locked for some reason. It's pretty worn out actually. How'd it go that thing? Jeez. Seen some rounds. But yeah, we'll come on in and start setting up some swags. Been a pretty big day. We've done approximately 1300 Ks, so not too bad. Considering we're in a creek bed this morning, pulling the Delica out. In the middle of the West McDonnell Ranges. Now we're well and truly in Queensland. Yeah, pretty impressive. Not a bad day at all. How you feeling, Reese?
Yeah, good. Tired, but good. Slept like a baby. Oh.
Come on, mate, turn it on a bit.
Mate, I'm feeling great. That was a really good sleep last night. It was a late night, but keen to get back in the saddle this morning, so yeah, we've still got about 2,000 k's to punch out, but we're heading our way back to Brisbane.
Morning.
How did we go?
Well, we rocked up last night about 1:15 or something, I think, after driving about 1,200-1,300 k's. What's the time now? It's now, I don't even know the time or day. It's now 7:25, and it swags up and wheels up again. Good sleep, but short. I think we're going to double stack a few grounded drops and punch a few Red Bulls, and we'll be humming. Let's do it.
There's a little river here, mate.
Oh mate, look at it. I actually didn't even know it was there last night, eh?
Yeah, had a bit of an idea that sunrise. Yeah, that's alright.
It's not bad, huh?
It's better than the side of the road.
Yeah, it is. Although it's freezing. This water would be freezing this morning.
See the rock wall?
Oh yeah. It's amazing what happens when you rock in so late you can't even see anything, you know. Plus there's other people around and hidden away, so you just got to roll in, get in, swag and go to bed.
Well guys, we're going to leave the trip there. We've absolutely loved documenting this series as we went. Had a lot of fun. Very long drive home. We made it back to Brisbane this day, which equated to about 1,800 kilometres. But anyway, thanks heaps for watching and see you on the next one. Quick look at the dam, mate.
Yeah, mate. Not too bad at all, really. It's a nice little spot. Very busy though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Busy, isn't it?
It is packed. We'll call this spot Coles.